From CAR TV, this is your monthly market update with President Randy Durham.
Hello, I'm Randy Durham, President of the Chattanooga Association of Realtors, with a report on home sales in our market for July 2010. The local real estate market experienced a sharp monthly reversal with its worst summer performance in terms of units sold since the year 2000. For the month of July, Southeast Tennessee and Northwest Georgia area saw the sale of 446 residential units. That's a 30% decrease compared to sales during the previous month. And that's a 22.8% decrease from the same period last year. Earlier 2010 monthly statistics had shown positive developments within the market, indicating the early stages of an emergence from a troubling recession and a return to a path of normal growth. While this downturn was not completely unexpected, I'm disappointed in its magnitude. It has been over a decade since our July sales have diminished to this level, and I think it is a clear sign of several negative factors coming into play all at once. Our members understood there would be a step back because of the expiration of the home buyer's tax credit, but I think there's much more to it than just that. The ongoing problems in the unemployment picture are hurting sales across a wide swath of the American economy, and there are obviously no easy answers. From the federal government to local governments across the country, the threat or the reality of higher taxes is creating a cruel disincentive for prospective home buyers to make the investment in a new home when there is the realistic view of higher property taxes as a hidden cost of home ownership. Lawrence Young, chief economist of the National Association of Realtors, has said that lower home sales are to be expected in the short term. According to Dr. Young, there could be a couple of additional months of slow home sale activities before picking up later in the year, provided the job market improves. He also believes that over the short term, inventory will look high relative to home sales. However, since home prices have come down to fundamentally justifiable levels, there isn't likely to be any meaningful change to the national home values. Dr. Young expects mortgage interest rate to remain historically low for the balance of this year, with very modest growth in employment. He said that we really need to see stronger job creation to have a meaningful recovery in the housing markets. Our association believes that many businesses, both large and small, are standing pat on their cash reserves and are reluctant to hire new workers or rehire those they felt forced to lay off in the past year, obviously fearing tax increases. The area's unemployment rate has edged back up to 9%, and that simple statistic points to the fact that a jobless recovery is really no recovery at all. Even with favorable interest rates, only the very top tier of buyers are now able to obtain mortgage financing, and without some lending relief, home sales cannot gain traction and move forward. According to the Wall Street Journal, Freddie Mac reports that the long-term mortgage rate remains on a decline. Interest on a 30-year fixed loan hit a new low of 4.49% compared to 4.54% the previous week and 5.22% a year ago. And the 15-year mortgage landed at 3.95%. That's down from 4% the week before and down from 4.63% a year ago. On the subject of Fannie and Freddie, there is growing political pressure to remake or replace the two agencies that were seized by the government in September 2008 after huge losses from subprime mortgages put them on the brink of bankruptcy, a bailout that has cost U.S. taxpayers nearly $150 billion. Fannie and Freddie, along with the Federal Housing Administration, collectively guarantee more than 90% of all new U.S. home loans, and that's about $5 trillion. The Treasury Department has pledged it will cover an unlimited amount of losses through 2012. As of June 30th, the department had pumped $144.9 billion into the two companies. Yet it is estimated that two firms will require an additional $3.3 billion from the Treasury Department, bringing their bailout cost to $148.2 billion. Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner has said that it is not tenable to leave in place the system we have today, adding that Fannie and Freddie will change dramatically when they emerge from government control. The challenge is to make sure that any government guarantee is priced to cover the risk of losses and is structured to minimize taxpayer exposure, he added. Late in July, the Senate gave the Federal Housing Administration the go-ahead to raise monthly fees that borrowers pay to the agency. The annual fee is expected to rise from the current rate of 0.55% to 0.9% of the total loan. The bill gives the FHA the authority to raise the annual fee as high as 1.55%. The Associated Press reports that the agency plans to lower the loan initiation fee that was raised from 1.75% to 2.25% earlier this year. Officials would like to drop the upfront fee down to 1% of the total mortgage amount. The net effect of lowering the upfront fee and raising the monthly fee would mean that someone who borrowed $170,000 at 5% would pay an extra $38 a month. Current mortgage holders wouldn't be affected. The fee changes are projected to bring an additional $3.6 billion per year to help stabilize the agency's finances. A real estate technology company, Point2 Technologies, surveyed its clients and found their confidence in the market is dropping. Their report, the National Real Estate Confidence Index, based on 1,255 clients surveyed in July, showed a decline of almost 9% to 5.24 on a 10-point scale, with 10 reflecting the highest level of optimism. The pessimism is the result of unabated pricing pressure caused by foreclosures and pre-foreclosure properties. A general sense that shadow foreclosure inventory is significant and could materially prolong current market conditions. A persistent, tough job market keeping more potential buyers on the sidelines, Point2 said in a statement. Still, many believe that there are reasons to remain optimistic. With the stabilization of median home prices and the avoidance of widely varying price swings. Returning to our local market for the month of July, the local median home price was $129,900. That represents a decrease of 1.3% from the same period last year, and really a negligible decrease of 0.1% from the previous month reported. Average days on market decreased to a low of 115, dropping below the 4-month mark for the first time this year. That's how things have shaped up this month. I'm Randy Durham from the Chattanooga Association of Realtors, thanking you for your interest in our real estate sales report.